Hey guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I hope you guys are all doing really well, and as you can see by the title of today's video, I'm going to be doing a video all about my piercings. Obviously my channel is more makeup related, but I get so many questions about my piercings, people DMing me, people messaging me about them and commenting about them on my videos. So I thought I'd do a video all about my piercings, about the pain, the healing of them, how I look after them and care for them, and all of that jazz. So I currently have 10 piercings and they are all on my ears, so I'm just going to kind of talk through my piercings. So yeah, so I've been really into piercings for a long time. I got my first piercing when I was, I think like 7. I got my lobes pierced, and from there I didn't have any piercings up until probably about 2.5 years ago, and that's when I first kind of got my first cartilage piercings, and I have then got 10 since then. So the first piercings that I got were my first lobes. As you can see, I've got these little hoops in my lobe piercing. So I got my first lobes done when I was, I think I was, yeah, about 7. So I had them done in a shop, and I actually had them done with a gun, so they kind of like pierced it through the ear with the gun. I always recommend getting all of your piercings done with a needle. It's just so much more sanitary, and they kind of heal a lot quicker as well. Never ever get your piercings done with a gun. Just learn from experience. I've heard so many horror stories about people getting their cartilage pierced with guns, and it can shatter the cartilage. I always recommend for you guys to look into your piercing shop and the shop that you go to get your piercings done. I personally go to Pin Up Girls Piercing Boutique on the Isle of Wight, which is like in Newport Town Centre. They are amazing. Sarah and Emma are incredible piercers, and I wouldn't get pierced by anybody else now. But like I say, the first lobes that I got done, I'm going to zoom you guys in again. So my first lobes, which are these ones here, which I've now recently put hoops into them, I had those done, like I say, at quite a young age. I can't actually really remember getting these done, I was so young, but all I remember is her piercing one with a gun, and I was so horrified by it that it took her about 20 minutes to half an hour for her to do the other one. But I've got better since then. So yeah, I can't really rate those out of I'm going to rate the piercings out of 5 for pain. I can't really rate those out of 5 because I was like 7 years old. I'm now 20, I can't really remember. So yeah, I had my first lobes done, and then fast forwarding to about 2.5 years ago, I went and I got 2 more piercings, and these are cartilage piercings. First got my tragus done, which is this one here. I'm going to zoom you guys right in so you can see. So this is our tragus piercing. This was the first cartilage piercing that I ever got done. I actually got it pierced with a needle by Emma at Pin Up Girls, and I actually got it done with a stud, and I got it changed to a ring probably about 6 months ago now. This piercing was okay. It's quite a kind of thick bit of cartilage. It was a little bit painful. I'd probably say this one was probably like a 3 out of 5. It was quite painful, but it's probably because it's like my first cartilage piercing. As you can see, it's got a little lump on it. This one has played me up since I first got it. I don't know if it's because I went on holiday after and like I probably didn't look after it as best as I could, but since I've had a hoop in it, it's been a lot better. Like I say, that one's probably like a 3 out of 5 on the pain scale. A lot of people say that the this piercing pops, but I didn't feel anything. After that, I got my helix done, which is this one here at the top, which has got a ring in it. Again, I got it pierced with a bar. Always get your piercings done with a bar and then change them to hoops, guys, because it just heals so much better. I recently got this one changed to a little kind of rope bar. I don't know if you can see that. This one again was okay, healed fairly okay, and I'd probably say this one was probably like a 3.5 out of 5. It hurt a little bit more on my tragus. I don't know why I always find helix piercings more painful than like other piercings on the cartilage. So yeah, I recently got this one changed to a hoop, and it's been absolutely fine since. It's one of my favourite piercings. So I got my first lobes done, and then got my tragus done, and then got my helix done, and then after that I moved on to my other ear. I then got 2 piercings done on this ear, so I'll zoom you guys in so you can see those. So the next one that I got done after that was my forward helix, which is this one right here. Again, I've got a little dainty silver hoop in them. This one apparently was meant to be one of the most painful piercings you can get, but to be fair, me and my friend Rachel got this done at the same time, and I could barely feel anything. I don't know if it was Sarah, my piercer, how amazing she is, I don't know, but it really did not hurt me. I'd probably rate that one like a 2 out of 5, if that, to be fair. It didn't really hurt. I don't find any of the piercings hurt necessarily that bad. It's over in like a few seconds, but that one was probably 1.5 or a 2. I could barely feel that one going through. And then on the same day, I then got this one done, which is like a helix again, but it's like a mid helix. It's not quite as high as my other one, it's kind of like halfway down my ear, and this is personally one of my favourite piercings that I've got. It's one of my favourite ones. I actually heal better with a hoop, which is really uncommon. I know a lot of people heal better with a bar. Again, I got these done with a stud. I then changed them out to hoops. This one has been absolutely fine. It's probably the best healing piercing that I got. So yeah, this is one of my favourites, and again I'd probably rate this one probably like a 3 out of 5. It was okay, a little bit more sharp on the outside of the ear, but to be fair it was pretty bearable. So as you guys can probably tell, I tend to get piercings in multiples of 2. I think if I'm going to get a piercing, I'm just going to get it over and done with. And then after that I then decided I wanted to get my second lobes done because I'd wanted them done for so long. Again, I got them done at Pin Up Girls Piercing Boutique, and Sarah actually pierced them for me with a needle this time. I'm not going to lie to you, getting them done with a needle was a little bit more painful than a gun, because obviously it's a needle going through like a fleshy part of your skin, but again it's over in seconds and it's so worth it. If you want the piercing done, then you just got to grin it and bear it. They do numb them anyway and you can't really feel it that much. So I'll just zoom you guys in so you can see those. So at the moment on my second lobes I have got these gorgeous little studs again that I got from the piercing shop. All of my jewellery that I wear in my ears are from the shop that I got them pierced at. So it's all really good quality jewellery. So these are like a little kind of triangle cluster of little kind of crystals, and they're absolutely gorgeous. These ones healed really nicely actually. Yeah, they heal pretty quickly. Got them changed out from just plain balls to these gorgeous little kind of studs. I like having the first one as a hoop and the second one as a stud. I just think it looks really pretty. Pain level on those was probably again like a 2 out of 5. Didn't really hurt. A lobe piercing's a lot less painful than a cartilage one. So now moving on to my most recent piercings. I recently got 2 new piercings done, I want to say about a month and a half ago now, and these 2 piercings are 2 piercings that I've wanted done for so long now. They are my rook and my daith. I've wanted my rook pierced for so long. I've seen so many people with the rook piercing, including my friend Rachel, and I've wanted it for so long. So randomly one day my mum went to the piercing shop and she wanted to get some new earrings, and I was like, I want some more piercings because I can't go in there without getting a new one. So I'll zoom you guys in so you can see my rook. So these ones are still pretty fresh for me. Again, I haven't had them done for that long. So the rook piercing is the one at the top here that goes through that piece of skin right there. At the moment I've got a bar in it, and again I haven't got it changed out to a shorter bar yet because I've only had it for about a month now. When I had that one done, it really didn't hurt. I was like panicking about it for ages, and I was moaning to Rachel saying, oh my gosh, it looks so painful, it's going to really hurt me. But literally when Sarah did it, I'd probably rate that again like a 2 out of 5. Like it really did not hurt at all. A little bit kind of like a dull pain, but apart from that it was good. So that is my rook piercing, and personally along with my mid helix one on my other ear, that is one of my favourite piercings. I think it just looks so pretty, and I think I'm actually going to keep that as a bar. I actually quite like it as a bar as opposed to a ring, because obviously I've got so many rings on my ears. Moving on to my next piercing, which is again on my opposite ear, which you can't actually see from this angle, but it is my daith piercing. Now I'm gonna have to turn around for you guys to see this. Right, okay, so as you guys can see, I've just got Rachel to show you my daith piercing, which is the one right there on the inner part of my ear. I can't actually see this one if I'm actually looking straight into a mirror because it is so far into my ear. Pain level on this one, I'm not even gonna lie, it's probably like a 1 out of 5. I could literally barely feel it. When Sarah was like, that's done, I didn't even feel her put it through. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's one of the least painful piercings that I've had done. And I think it looks so pretty, especially from like a side angle. You can see it kind of hidden away in your ear. I think it looks so pretty, and again I'm going to keep that as a bar for now. I might change it out to a hoop because I really like the way that they look kind of like coming out into the kind of portion of the ear. But yeah, so that is my daith piercing, really not painful at all, and yeah, so I really like it. Okay, so that is all of my piercings. You guys might be wondering about this here on my ear. I get so many comments about this. This isn't actually a piercing, this is a ear cuff. I got it from Astrogam Mew, which is a jewellery shop online, and I absolutely love the look of it. If you wanted to get this part of your ear pierced, it's actually a conch piercing, which I am planning on probably getting my conch pierced as opposed to having this ring on it. But for now, I really like the look of this little kind of like diamond kind of ear cuff. I just think it looks really pretty. Again, that's not an actual piercing, that one is an ear cuff. You guys might be wondering, am I planning on getting any more piercings? And yes, I am. I am quite strategic is the word, about where I get my piercings done, and I always look at my ears and kind of think, where would I want my next one? I think next for me, I'm going to take off my ear cuff and get my conch pierced, which is going to go through here. I'm going to get it done with a bar, obviously, leave it to heal and then put a hoop through it. And then I'm also planning on this side of my ear, probably going to get my conch done again, but like more further in on my ear, but I'm not entirely sure yet because I might want to change my date to a hoop, and if I do then it would knock that one. But the only other one that I'm thinking of getting done is getting another helix piercing on this side, just above this ring right here. I probably want like another 1 or 2 piercings, and I think my ears are complete. They're pretty full as they are. They've got 5 on each side, and then not including my ear cuff. So I think probably another 1 on each side and I will be good to go. I absolutely love all of my piercings. I haven't regretted any of them. To be fair, on the pain scale of things, I think it's just down to your pain threshold, obviously. So I'm now going to move on to the healing factor of piercings. So like I say, I've got 10 piercings, and this is how I tend to heal them every single time. When it comes to sleeping, I know it's obviously really difficult when you get piercings. You don't want to sleep on the side of your ear because it can be really, really painful. Also, I forgot to mention, with my tragus, the whole side of my face here swelled up quite a bit, and it was quite painful, more around my cheek area. And with my rook, the whole top of my ear kind of swelled up, and it was quite painful to lean on for quite a few weeks, but now I can move my ear without any pain. I do find that with kind of also my forward helix kind of like swelled up around here. To be fair, I find that actually getting the piercing done is absolutely fine. It's more the kind of like aftercare. They can tend to throb a little bit and they can be a little bit achy after, but this is the method that I tend to use to stop that from happening. So like I say, sleeping wise, I tend to sleep with my head like in my arm like this, so my ear is hanging down through my arm. What I do for about 2 weeks after I get my piercings done, again I get 2 done at a time, so my ears tend to be fairly swollen, I take ibuprofen liquid capsules. These ones are from Boots. The liquid ones are really good because they're really instant pain relief. These are anti-inflammatory and relieves pain, and I take probably about 2 boxes of these. So I take 2 every 4 hours as directed on the back of the box, and I find this really helps with swelling and any kind of inflammation in the ear. Another thing that my piercing lady Sarah advised me to get was arnica, which I get every single time I get a new piercing now. This basically is a homeopathic method for healing. They come in like, I'll show you how they come. So you basically click it, they are these tiny like little balls, and basically what this is designed to do, you put them in your mouth, and I take them kind of every, says press base twice to release 2 pill capsules, unscrew and place directly into your mouth, take 2 every 2 hours. So I do that, and I take the whole kind of dosage of these up until they're finished, and I really do find they help. When I've had my tragus and my helix pierced, they didn't tend to heal as fast as my other piercings have when I've taken this. You can get this in Boots for about £5 or £6. I take this religiously, and what I clean my piercings with is a saltwater solution. I actually just make it myself. I do boiling hot water in a dish, and I put sea salt into the solution, mix it around, and I tend to put a cotton pad and I hold it on my ear for a good 5 to 10 minutes. I then take a cotton bud and clean around all of my piercings. I actually tend to get my mum to clean my piercings for me, especially with my rook and my daith at the moment, because they're so far in my ear I can't actually see them. So if you've got someone to help you clean your piercings, then I definitely recommend that. Yeah, so just like a saltwater solution. Another thing that my friend Sarah told me to get was Twinings Pure Chamomile tea bags, which look like this. I find these really, really do help, especially my rook and my daith have been fine. I haven't had any problems with them, and I think it might be down to this. So they are literally just little tea bags like so, and I tend to soak it in boiling hot water for a couple of minutes, leave it to kind of soak. I then take the tea bag out, wring it from water, and I hold it on my ear for a good 5 to 10 minutes for as long as you can until the tea bag goes cold. And this is meant to be really calming and soothing on your piercing. It's meant to help with the healing process, and I really do find these help to heal my piercings, and it's really soothing and calming on the ear. I recommend cleaning your piercings twice a day if you can. I tend to clean mine in the morning and also in the evening, but to be fair, I tend to be quite lazy with them. I tend to clean mine probably like once a day, and that seems to be absolutely fine for me. I have had a keloid on my tragus, like I mentioned earlier, which is a tiny little lump, which you could probably see as I zoomed in. My tragus has always played me up. It has done since I got it pierced, but apart from that, all of my other piercings have been absolutely fine. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this piercing video and you guys found it helpful. If you are looking into getting a new piercing, then I definitely recommend you guys getting them done. I absolutely love all of my piercings and I can't wait to get more of them. So if you did enjoy this video and found it helpful, then please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up so I know you guys did, and leave any comments in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support, and please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and hit the bell next to the subscribe button to notify you every single time I upload a new video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you next Friday at 8 PM in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah.